Jerusalem has an extraordinary history, and over the millennia, you can actually cite a few significant milestones. Yesterday's statement by President Trump, I think, is such a milestone.
We can speak now to Daniel Seideman, who's an Israeli lawyer who specializes in the geopolitics of Jerusalem, and he joins us from there. What's your stance on the decision President Trump has made here?
I believe that this is not a routine event, and it's going to have a rather from being in a role of fair broker. Jerusalem's the quintessential permanent status agreement that is to be negotiated between Israelis and Palestinians, and the United States took sides. Walking in here, the headline in the local newspaper was, "Half of this city is in euphoria and allow itself to do."
Daniel, do stay with us. I'm going to
and saying the facts matter, the norms of international law matters, accountability matters. There is only one way forward. Occupation must end, and occupation ends in a border. And we're seeing that slowly emerge, but we are truly about to enter new, uncharted, and dangerous waters.
Daniel Seideman, thank you so much for joining us here on GMT. And before Daniel, you heard Nida Ibrahim from BBC Arabic. She was in Ramallah. The humanitarian situation in Yemen is now so dire, President Trump has intervened to urge Saudi Arabia smuggling after a missile was fired at the blockade, with several ships being allowed to dock at the ports of Salif and Hodeidah, both of which are in the hands of
or no ships. So I still fear
What a day for love, for a equality, for respect.
Out of anyone else, and the change that will mean for future generations is significant.
The change has its critics. Some pushed for special protections in law for people who oppose gay marriage, but changes were all voted down. Today won't be the end of the debate, but it is the end of a long and often difficult chapter in Australian politics.
LGBT rights campaigner Tiernan Brady told the BBC this is a crucial step forward for Australia.
We're very aware. We know in Ireland and England and right across the world where marriage equality has happened is now have the same aspirations as their brothers and sisters. So, we're confident as we'll have all those anxieties addressed, and they'll see that actually
church, but this place is also known for another building. The adjacent mosque, built here in 1759 when Greece was still under almost 400 years of occupation by the Ottoman Empire. It's now a museum, and there's still no functioning mosque in the city since the Turks left. So what better place to
neighbours should be on good terms, that we should discuss any problems or perceived problems that we have, or they have with us, or we have with them. It's the only way to resolve anything, dialogue.
I don't agree with what he is doing.
in Turkey?
In Turkey.
And what about in the relationship with Greece?
I don't think that he is doing his best to keep a good relationship.
You don't have anything against the Turks. I don't have.
Guaranteed to get you into that festive spirit. Feel every musical moment with DSTV.
You're watching GMT on BBC World News. Our top stories: a call for a new intifada. The Palestinian group Hamas denounces President Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. That call was met today by strikes and protests on the Palestinian West Bank. Israeli riot police are standing by. And the first visit by a Turkish leader to Greece in 65 years. Recep Tayyip Erdogan is in Athens. For centuries, in recent times, conflict between the two countries has centred on the Mediterranean island of Cyprus. and this led to the island being split. I hope to strike a better relationship.
Of course, the agency and
Greece will be handling. I think it's a positive move in the sense that Mr. Erdogan is looking to re-establish Turkey in the European Union, which of course has been a very turbulent relationship over the last. On the energy sector, there is tremendous mileage.
On what's happening in Israel?
It's as simple as that. It's all, but it's all in the short term. It's all about psychology. People are buying it. Bitcoin business. Should I be getting in? And I had to say, I cannot give you advice here. But when it's a classic example.
The word bubble comes instantly to mind. It's a bubble.
Yeah, I mean, what we.
Venezuelans will be voting in new mayors in this weekend's municipal elections. It comes at a time when the opposition is deeply divided.
Of a different kind, because I wonder whether you've read Jack Kerouac's Kiter has recreated the road trip for a book of his own for a very personal reason. Take a look. Here with Impact.